Here we go. Let's do it. All right. So here are all the leaks and rumors. I'm going to go in the order that I see them popping up on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit. First one, a Bloodborne project, presumably a remake, is teased by the Ghost of Tsushima port leaker. All right, hold on a second, bro. I'm sorry. This is why I can't go through with this. Look. I got to find it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right. I need to tell you guys this because you can determine if you believe this person is actually an insider or not. You ready? It's this person on Twitter that just popped up called Silk Knight. And on February 27th, hold on, I gotta corroborate something real quick. Let me double check. Let me make sure 4 days ago. Oh, you know what? Hold on now. Hold on. This is interesting. Okay, this is interesting. So actually, this changes everything. This actually kind of changes everything. I had this backwards. So maybe we should be paying attention to these leaks that are coming out. So check this out. This person on Twitter, Silk Knight, everybody is paying attention to what this account is saying now because this seemingly was the first person to talk about Ghost of Tsushima's PC announcement. Now, what I got confused by is I reported on what Special Nick said, where he put out a tweet on March 1st saying that he's hearing that Ghost of Tsushima for PC is going to be announced on March 5th. So that's why I disregarded this person because I was like, this person's just going off what Special Nick said. It turns out, however, that the original post from Silk Knight was on February 27th. So a couple of days before Special Nick. So it seems that if we are to really see who was the first individual on the internet to talk about Ghost of Tsushima's PC announcement coming on March 5th, it was this person, Silk Knight. Now, the only thing that's a little bit strange, though, is the announcement didn't happen on March 5th. It happened today, on March 6th. And he said, on February 27th, he said, in the coming days, the announcement for Ghost of Tsushima on PC will take place. Sony plans to unveil the exclusive sequel for PS5 at a mid-year event. And then the next day, he says the announcement of Ghost of Tsushima PC will be made on Wednesday, March 5th. Wait, hold the fuck on. It is Wednesday. But it's the 6th. 29 days. Okay. So he was right. He was right. There's no mix up here. The only confusion was there was 29 days. Yeah, I think there was a little confusion because normally February is only 28 days, but was a leap year. So there was one extra day in February. So I think so they were right. Okay. All right. I won't lie. This kind of changes everything. I did not realize this was actually the first account to claim this. On February 27th, they said a remaster of Final Fantasy Tactics will arrive on all platforms by the end of the year. What else do they say? Let me look a little bit closer now. Somebody says PlayStation 5 Summer Showcase incoming. They respond, it's one of those things you can confidently say, as there's a certainty of a significant event since Sony teased various future PS5 related announcements. Somebody says, do you know something about Bloodborne? He says, certainly, the game will receive more than just a simple remaster, but it will take time. Have you by any chance heard anything about the Ori games coming to PlayStation? He says it's possible, but currently the developers and Microsoft don't have a good relationship, which I think we know about that. Any info about a God of War remake/remaster? There is more than one project related to God of War, even outside of Santa Monica Studios. Oh shit. Okay. Damn. Who else? Who else would be working with God of War, bro? It would have to be a PlayStation studio, right? I don't think Sony would trust God of War outside of their own studios. I'm just trying to see what else they on February 21st, they said the announcements will not stop. Starfield will be announced for PlayStation 5 with a release between November and December 2024. The 2025 plan is even bigger, featuring well-established franchises in the Xbox universe. I didn't realize that's where this rumor came from this person who I guess maybe is an insider. I mean, at the very least, they got one thing right with Ghost of Tsushima, so we'll see what else they get right. Well, we'll see, man. Okay. Well, there you go. We went down the rabbit hole. I'm kind of glad, though, that you guys encouraged me to do that, because I I was very confused. I thought this person was just parroting what somebody else had said, but this apparently was the first person. Bluepoint. You know, it's interesting. I saw somebody mention that there was some kind of rumor that Bluepoint is working on the Atreus game. Do you guys remember that concept art that leaked from Bluepoint? I mean, it kind of looked like, I don't know. I mean, it's like maybe that'd be fucking crazy. You're saying, God, I hope not. It could be. That would be very interesting if that's what they decide to do. Their own God of War. You want an original IP? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I still have no idea whether or not there's going to be a new IP from them. MBG, this guy says Naughty Dog will show their game this year. Where are you seeing that? I was just on his account. I didn't see him saying. I went through all of his replies. Maybe I missed something. You're saying this guy is burning the entire Reddit leaks to the ground? Yeah. Dude, look, I'll be honest, man. I fully anticipate we're going to see Naughty Dog's game this year. There's no way. Like, there's no way we don't see that, right? Like, I mean, it's cool if we get an actual reliable insider, like, letting us know that. Absolutely. But we have to see a new game from Naughty Dog, dude. There's no way we could go another year. That would be too much. To be honest, dude, my concern about seeing a new Naughty Dog game is if people are going to, I mean, I don't mean to make it sound like, oh, people hate Naughty Dog, or like, I think whatever Naughty Dog does, it'll do well. But like, I think you guys get what I'm trying to say, right? Like, I want to know if there's going to be universal love for Naughty Dog's next game, or if there's going to be some kind of like attitude towards it. And I think that's going to be purely based on what they show, like what their game actually is. Let me see. Last of Us Part 2 for PC is going to be announced very soon. Miyazaki on Bloodborne remake. Insider says it is coming, creating Souls-like genre. DS2 influenced the series. Let me see this. Hold on. All right. Xbox era stands by the report that Microsoft is planning Starfield. Okay, hold on. That's old. Never mind. All right, well. Yeah, we'll see, man. I would not be surprised at all if Sony has big plans for announcements this year. I feel like they have to. Bloodborne 120 on the Pro incoming. He's also saying that Final Fantasy... God, what Roman numeral is that? Is that 9? No. Is that 9? Or 10? I don't know. 10? 11? What fucking Roman numeral is that? But whatever one it is, you're saying that it's not... Okay, sorry, it was 9. Has undergone drastic changes and we may not see it for years. Maybe that'll be a PlayStation 6 game. Well, no. They have the third remake, the final part of the remake, that'll probably be a PlayStation 6 game. Totoki is watching. You're saying Hiroki Totoki's watching my stream? Uh-oh. Dude, I am kind of obsessed with the idea of Bloodborne remake being a PlayStation 6 launch game. Like, I can't get that thought out of my head. Maybe it is hopium, but it's not so much hopium because it's like, listen, man, eventually we're going to get more Bloodborne. Eventually. Like, that's obvious. But the thing that really does it for me is just like, holy shit, that would be genius. Like, that would be the absolute smartest play by Sony. And I know that not everybody would be happy about that because they're like, you know, people are like, oh, we need a 60 FPS patch. Like, guys, you need to move on. Like, you're not getting a 60 FPS patch for Bloodborne. You should realize that by now. But dude, it would be God, man, it would truly be a... Because here's the thing. Here's to me what's exciting about that. A Bloodborne PlayStation 6 remake sounds so much more exciting than a PS5 remake at this point. Because I know the PlayStation 6 is still like 4 or 5 years away, but like, imagine like how much fucking better it could look, dude. Like, I mean, just imagine like how insane could Bloodborne Remake look on a PlayStation 6, bro? I mean, that to me is actually very exciting, where it's like the game already, it still holds up. It still looks amazing. You know, if it was remade for PS5, it would look amazing. But you know that if they tried to, if they're planning a remake for the PlayStation 6, it's gonna melt people's fucking faces, dude. Like, and that's the thing, is if you're gonna do a Bloodborne remake, you gotta make it look. You gotta push it as far as it can go. Oh yeah, the load times too. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Ray trace the fucking shit out of Bloodborne PlayStation 6 remake. That's probably exactly what would happen. I bet you, like, you'll see path tracing and shit. Why not PlayStation 7? Even better, push it to the PlayStation 7. I bet you Bloodborne Remake will be like one of the first games that Sony shows on the PlayStation 6 that utilizes path tracing. And it's going to just blow people's minds. Yeah, don't change the art style. The art style should go untouched. It should just be purely about pushing the graphical limit. We don't need path tracing, man. Just a lock 60 FPS. No, we need path tracing, damn it. I mean, look, if you're going to play a Bloodborne PS6 remake with path tracing, you're going to have to play it at 30 FPS. Imagine opening this year's show with Bloodborne. No way, dude. I do think Bloodborne is still years away. I do think that. That would be awesome, but I don't think so. I know people get annoyed. You're like, why are we talking about PlayStation 6? I know it's early, but it's just because I am convinced where if we were going to see Bloodborne on PS5, we would have heard something by now. So that's why I say it. Rainbow Six Vegas 3, a launch PlayStation 6 game. Ah, man. And a Bloodborne remake. Fuck it. Let's just dream, man. Let's just dream. How about a Resident Evil Outbreak 3? Metal Gear Solid 1 remake. Too much hope. Yeah, it's Hopium overdose, bro. It's too much. Oh yeah, Fizzin. I don't think Fizzin's going to be a launch game for the PlayStation 6, man. I think Fizzin's going to be like the earliest I could see Fizzin releasing is 2030, bro. At the earliest. I mean, maybe like 2029. But keep in mind, Fizzin isn't going to start full production until Death Stranding 2 ships. Death Stranding 2 isn't even shipping until the end of 2025. So yeah, I think 2030. Last of Us 1 remake remaster. Yes. You know what, dude? You know what? How about this one? Curious what you guys think. God of War, original God of War remake for PlayStation 6. What do you think? God of War Rebirth. Saying that would be nice, actually. Infamous reboot for the PlayStation 6? Ooh. Yeah, I would love to see. Unfortunately, I don't think Infamous is coming back anytime soon. I think the path forward for, at least for a good while, for Sucker Punch is more Ghost of Tsushima. You're saying that camera angle is outdated? Yeah, I do wonder how they would handle a God of War remake. Apparently, it is happening, supposedly. Or not, I don't know if it's a remake, but a remaster. Spider-Man 2 remake. I mean, obviously, I want to see new games too. Obviously, but I'm just not going to sit here and kid myself and pretend that Sony isn't going to remake and remaster this shit out of as many things as they can. I'm not necessarily opposed to it. To me, when it comes to the remakes and the remasters, I know. Well, that's the thing. I know. It's like, stop with the damn remakes. We want new IPs. But that's the thing. Like, the thing about new IPs, and I think people should try to realize this, they are happening at all times. Like, there's always going to be new IP in development, but it takes the longest. New IP takes the longest to develop. And I would just view any remakes or remasters you get as kind of like, just kind of filler, if you will. It's just things to put out there to like, here's something while you wait, It might not be for everybody. It might not be for you, but that's why, like, I'm fascinated by the Until Dawn remake, because I never played Until Dawn, and I was not expecting that as a game that was going to get remade. But it's like, I'm not necessarily hyped for it. Like, oh shit, I can't wait to play Until Dawn this year remake. But it's just one of these things where it's like, oh, okay, well, I mean, hey, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, it looks pretty good, and I missed it the first time. So you're saying, John, you're saying I love remakes. I get to play updated versions of games I never played before. Yeah, that's basically what I'm speaking to. I love getting remakes of games that I love. Like RE4 remake last year was like, oh my God. Yes, please. Obviously, I want a new Resident Evil as well, but yeah, I'll take that RE4 remake. But yeah, especially for games that I haven't played. Like if Shadow of the Colossus never got remade, I probably would have never played it. And that was an incredible game. Like that's one of those games just like, damn, it's crazy to think I almost didn't play that. So I think they definitely have their place. But I think Sony, I think what people are just truly frustrated about is that we haven't seen enough new games at, you know what I mean? Like this generation announced, not even released, just announced. And that's why I'm saying like, dude, the second half of the PS5 generation, I think is going to be way different. Like I think it's going to be way different. I think it's going to be way better. And I think that, you know, I, as well as others, have been saying for some time, like the best is yet to come. And I know that sounds cheesy, but it's like, no, it probably is, man. Like that's usually how these things work. Yeah, you're saying the greatest game I ever played was The Witcher 3. Yeah, never did play. I honestly, I've never really engaged with CD Projekt Red's titles. I haven't played Cyberpunk. I don't know. To me, this is like kind of like a Final Fantasy thing. Where it's like I'm afraid I'm going to be right. In that I'm afraid I'm going to be like, I just don't know that this is going to be for me. You know, like I just don't know that. I mean, maybe I think I'm more inclined to play Cyberpunk. I think at some point I will. I've not played The Last Guardian, no. Which I heard is very good. A lot of you guys encouraged me to play that one too. Saying I have to play it. It's one of the best games ever in regards to The Witcher. Gotta try Cyberpunk. I can safely say that I would play Cyberpunk before The Witcher. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've missed out on a lot of good games, truthfully. I have an extensive list of games. I don't call it a backlog because to call it a backlog would be suggesting that I plan to go play it. You know what I mean? But right now, I don't know that I have those plans. Maybe one day, though. Maybe one day.